Sir wants it. Record. Okay. Next presenter is Ganesh Vasudeva. As you all know, he is a Bharatanatyam exponent and he is a researcher. He spent 6 months, almost a year in India. 6 months in India, visiting and performing at various places and talking to many dancers. And recently, Life of Pi. Of course, we all watched already. If you haven't watched, you must watch. Yeah, Pratap, you watch Madindra. It's a must watch. Yeah. Today he will be talking about Dharmi, which was introduced in last class. Natyadharmi, Lokadharmi. I think yav character yav thara madbeku or whatever his idea is about Natyadharmi and Lokadharmi with examples. Martha idare. So
welcome Ganesh.
We are looking forward to another wonderful lecture.
ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು Dharmi, Lokadharmi and Natyadharmi in Bharatanatyam, as I understand it. That's what I would want to talk about. Bharata, when he first talks about Dharmi in Abhinaya, he just uses just one vakya, ಎರಡು ವಾಕ್ಯದ sentence ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅದರ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ he talks about it. And later when ನಾಟಕದ್ದು ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ ಬಂದಾಗ he talks about it a little bit more, and I was thinking why it could be. Probably for him, Abhinaya is part of drama, so whatever he mentioned earlier regarding Dharmi is regarding to Abhinaya, and as we say it today, just a dance. For him, that applies to Natakaddu Dharmi applies to that dance part as well. Maybe that's why he didn't elaborate it during Abhinaya part. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇದೆ ಲೋಕಧರ್ಮಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ನಾಟ್ಯಧರ್ಮಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಆದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಅಭಿನಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಧರ್ಮಿ. ನಾನು ಒಂದೆರಡು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅಭಿನಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಗಿಕ ಅಭಿನಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವ ಟೈಪ್ ಅಭಿನಯ, ವಾಚಿಕ ಅಭಿನಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಆಹಾರ್ಯ ಅಭಿನಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಇಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಜೆಸ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೇಶಿಯಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಧರ್ಮಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ. ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಜೆಸ್ಚರ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನಂದರೆ, ನಾವು ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಾ ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದು ನಾಟ್ಯಧರ್ಮಿ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅದು ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ಯಧರ್ಮಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಇವಾಗ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ರೂಢಿಯಾಗಿರೋ ಥರ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳದೇ ಇರೋದಂತ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಲೋಕಧರ್ಮಿ. ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇವಾಗ ಅದೇ ಜೆಸ್ಚರ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಫೇಶಿಯಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಲೈಕ್ ಇನ್ ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ ವಿ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ವಾಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ವಾಕ್. ನಮ್ಮದು ವಾಕ್ ಹೀಗೆ, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಕಲಾಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದವರು ಈ ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಲೋಕಧರ್ಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಲೋಕಧರ್ಮಿ. ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಅಗೇನ್. ಫೇಶಿಯಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಹುಬ್ಬಿನದ್ದು ಅಥವಾ ಕಣ್ಣಿನ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಭರತ ಹೇಳದೇ ಇರೋದು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ that would be Lokadharmi. That's in the world, right? In the world. In fact, a lot of Bharatanatyam Natwannas of merit, Kittappa Pillai irbodu, Meenakshi Sundaram Pillai irbodu, they all used a gesture in Varnam. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತುಟಿ ಕಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಬಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಭರತನ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಅಂಗಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಲೋಕಧರ್ಮಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಟು ಜೆಸ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ಲಿ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿ, ಬಿಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ಯಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಉಳಿದದ್ದು ನಂತರದ್ದು ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಆಫ್ ಮೆರಿಟ್, ಅವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. ನಾಟ್ಯಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಅವನು ಬರೀ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಲೈನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಂತರ ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾಗ he will explain it a little bit more. ಅಭಿನಯ ದರ್ಪಣ of Nandikeshwar does not talk about dharmis at all. And Sangeeta Ratnakara of Sarangadeva, he again quickly mentions there are two types ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಪ್ರಯೋಗ ವೃತ್ತಿ ಹೇಳೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವಾಗ ಲೋಕಧರ್ಮಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾಟ್ಯಧರ್ಮಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಹೇಳೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಭಿನವ ಭಾರತಿ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಕಾಮೆಂಟರಿ ಆನ್ ನಾಟ್ಯಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಅಭಿನವ ಗುಪ್ತಂದು ಅಗೇನ್ ಬ್ರೀಫ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಭರತ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದಾನೋ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನೇ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅವನು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So those are the shastras. Basically don't talk about much about dharmi in dance. So illinda el hogbodu. Now let's one thing for us to see is what has been transferred to us from these great masters of times alva. ಅದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ. ಕಥಕಳಿ, ಕೂಡಿಯಾಟಂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಕಥಕಳಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವುಗಳು ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಡ್ರಾಮಾ, ರೈಟ್? ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಸೋಲೋ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು, I told you guys about that incident where I was very confused about when do you use Lokadharmi, when do you use Natyadharmi, and in fact in 2010 ನಾನು ನಂದೇ ಟೀಚರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. That was the second year I was going to Bragaka, and ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದೆ. She got puzzled, she was a little irritated because it's in the class middlealittu. She gave me a little bit of answer and we didn't elaborate on it. Admele I was thinking about it, and then I asked the Kalamandalam ex-director he was doing a lecture, not demonstration, at Berkeley. So I asked him that question, and then his answer was what I told you guys on WhatsApp, which is ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ತಾಮಸಿಕ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಬೆಸ್ತ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹಿ ಟುಕ್. ಬೆಸ್ತ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ಐ ಯೂಸ್ ಲೋಕಧರ್ಮಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಕಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ದೇವೇಂದ್ರ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಬರ್ತ್ and they will use Natyadharmi. That made total sense to me. Even though on hindsight it makes, I thought, oh, I should have known that, right? But before that I didn't think of it. Question?
Yeah.
Hey.
Because sometimes he's I read your answer on WhatsApp. That's right. Based on character, sometimes you choose which way you want to depict it. Lokadharmi,
So that is very interesting. Oh, go ahead.
But my question is, see, sometimes what happens while we are depicting dance, right? There is the king, and then there is, let's say, all the soldiers or whatever. Right? You don't normally like transition. So it's not so black and white.
You're talking about Bharatanatyam where you switch.
Right.
Let's not talk about it now. We'll come to that. Okay. So right now I'm just talking about Kudiyattam or Kathakali, where one character stays in character. Right? There is no switching anything. Bharatanatyam will come. ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದಿದೆ. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಬೆಸ್ತನೇ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ನಿಜವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫಿಶರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಆವಾಗ ಬರೀ ಬೆಸ್ತನಾಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ, I will try to upgrade my behavior a little bit, right? So in that way, do we want to do that in our dance? That's something to ponder, right? And the same way, ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ರಾಜನಾಗ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ, if I am talking to a fisherman, I will keep my dignity, but will I not make my words simpler? I may not make it as stylized, right? If I'm talking to my queen or my brother or whoever, right? So those are the things to ponder when to use Lokadharmi and Natyadharmi. And this is just my opinion, right? ಇವಾಗ ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ ಬರೋಣ. ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ historically, whatever the name was, Sadir irbod ಅಥವಾ ಮುಂಚಿಂದ ಏನೋ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, historically it was both solo dance as it is today and also a dance drama. In fact, during Maratha and Nayaka period, it was very, 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 very popular for dance dramas. Pallaki Seva Prabandha, ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಬಂಧಗಳು ಅವಾಗ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದದು ಇದೆ, which makes me think that even during Vijayanagara period, there is dance continuation. We just don't know how. We know that it was at Vijayanagara period, right? So the importance of Prabandham in Nayaka period makes me think that even during Vijayanagara period, dance was also used for dance dramas. Like Bharatanatyam, the precursor, was also used for dance drama. This is my opinion. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತಂಜಾವೂರಿದ್ದು ನಾಯಕ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋರೆ ವಿಜಯನಗರದ್ದು ರಾಜರ ಕಸಿನ್. And they try to emulate Krishna Devaraya, right? So, and all these kings, they themselves wrote Prabandha. Prabandha ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕುರವಂಜಿ ನಾಟಕ ಬಂತು, ಮರಾಠಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ತಮಿಳಲ್ಲಿ, ತೆಲುಗು of course, ಎಲ್ಲ. So, point is, Bharatanatyam has always been dance drama and solo. Dance drama andre, again you have one character per dancer. Natyadharmi, Lokadharmi, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಸೋಲೋ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಥರ, ದೆನ್ how do you use Lokadharmi and Natyadharmi? Again, that question comes. So for me, I solve this question for me. I answer this question for me based on my training in Abhinaya, which is mostly by Bragarka, and her guru is Kalanidhi Mami. So Kalanidhi Mamidu ಏನು ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಭಿನಯ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದೆ, ಅದರದ್ದೇ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಲೋಕಧರ್ಮಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ಯಧರ್ಮಿ ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಸೊ ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅಭಿನಯ ಮಾಡೋದು ಶಬ್ದಂ, ವರ್ಣಂ, ಪದಂ, ಚಾವಡಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಕೀರ್ತನ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್, ಇದು ದೇವರನಾಮ ಅಂತದೆಲ್ಲ, ಪದಂ, ಜಾವಳಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟಪದಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಅಭಿನಯ ಪೀಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಕಲಾನಿಧಿ ಮಾಮಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಡು ಈಸ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ವಿ ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ಲಿರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್, let's take padams, right? We look at the lyrics. Lyrics are the most important thing, like you were saying, like the words, right? And then you try to understand the meaning of that, and then how, what kind of language it is placed in. Is it very so higher society sounding language, or is it like where, right? What is the meaning? How does it sound? What kind of words they are using? That becomes very important. What could be the circumstance in which these words are spoken? That is one thing. Second thing is the raga and the meter it is in. These are very complementary. Always, they always have to be. Right? ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಜಾವಳಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಒಂದು ಕೋಪದ ವುಮನ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ berating my lover or husband, and then I cannot use a raga that or mate that is like very nice sounding, right? So ಸೊ ಪದಮ್ಗಳು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಗಣ ರಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಜಾವಳಿಗಳು ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ವಿಲ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಮೋರ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೊ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಗ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಮೇಟಿವ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಿಕಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಯು come up with, you look at all these things and you come up with what kind of character is the heroine or the hero, right? So ನಾಯಕಿ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ನಾಯಕ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅರೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ನಾಯಕ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, right? So then there is that difference. Then you know that if she is ಉತ್ತಮ ನಾಯಕಿ, then she has to use more Natyadharmi, not Lokadharmi, right? Or maybe she may be Swiya or Parakiya. She belongs to the husband or she doesn't belong to anybody, right? So in that again there is like a way of doing abhinaya, right? Then again there is kind of like you could use Lokadharmi or Natyadharmi according to that. So there are all these nayaki lakshanas, right? That you can use to decide whether you want to use Lokadharmi or Natyadharmi. You very rarely do just Lokadharmi, and it is totally okay to do just Natyadharmi. It is actually everyone will go with it. Everyone will say that's totally fine. Like it is safe, 100% safe. I don't know about pure dance. We'll come to Javadi, right? When we come to Javadi, ಇವಾಗ ಪದಂ ಜಾವಡಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ?
ಹೇಳಿ
ಪದಂ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಪದವರ್ಣ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪದಂ. Padams are always the hero is a god. And it's always Shringara. Shringaradalli all ಉಳಿದದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಆಂಗರ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ಯಾಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕು, ಸ್ಥಾಯಿ ಭಾವ. And the main thing is it is in Ganaraga, it is slower, and also the hero is always a god or sometimes maybe the king, right? Javalis they have their root in the folk dancing and folk music. That itself, when the folk comes, it's like Lokadharmi, we should, kind of like obvious, right? And they are always in like lighter ragas, very fast paced. Hero is usually a common man or sometimes a king. And today I will play two exceptions, in fact, where in Javadi, the heroes are gods. And we'll talk about it, whether to use Lokadharmi or Natyadharmi there and all that, we'll talk about it. So on a very high level, that's the difference between Javadi and Padam, right? And why did I get here?
Trying to assume where Natyadharmi.
Yeah. So Do you guys want to hear a padam and to see the coherence or congruity in it in terms of music and lyrics, or is it okay? Can we just move on? It's up to you guys.
Whatever you think is best.
Okay, Ram Prasad sir, because I have a question for him. Let me search for that song at least. So, yeah. Let me search for.
As part of Vidvat exam, you're supposed to present Javali and Padam and it's very important. Avaga, it's a very clear identification of how and body language. Usually, as he said, Javali belongs to a folk version. Phrasing jasti irutte. Mostly to
Little lighter.
So lighter and ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೋಪ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ಯಾಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಅದು ಜನರಂಜನೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ನೋಡೋಣ. Yeah, so let's see whether, and also it's a very good right after padam, which is slow. You cannot do another padam. But in olden days they did many padams. Like in a concert they did like about 7 or 8 at least, right? So this, what they would do is layer it, like padam javali hage. Then you have like this alternate thing going on where, you know,
That is what you did in your padams and javalis.
We always do, like anyone, like if Pragaka or anyone, if you see them just doing padams and javalis, it's always like that, because that gives like a different
mood shift.
Mood shift.
You have
So-
to, that makes sense actually.
So let's see whether
Overwhelmed.
I am going to play a Kshetraya Padam, and I think I also have the lyrics for that. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನನಗೆ. ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೋಡೋಣ ಅದೇನ ಅಂತ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಪ್ಲೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು ವರಾಳಿ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ವರಾಳಿ ಅಂದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ವೈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್? ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋರಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ದ ಒನ್ that knows most. So
ವರಾಳಿ ಜನರಲಿ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಬ್ರೈಟ್ ಆ ಥರ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಒಂದು ಲಾಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರ ಹೇಳೋಕೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದುಃಖ, ಕೋಪ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ದುಃಖ ಎರಡು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಭಾವಕ್ಕೆ ವರಾಳಿ ಹೊಂದುತ್ತೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಂದು ಮೆಥಡ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ವೆನ್ ಐ ಲಿಸನ್, I blank out the words first. I just listen to the mete, and then now let's listen to the mete and tell me again whether what you hear, what Ram Prasad sir said. Just listen to the mete, the tune. ನಿಮಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಇದು ಬರೀ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ವೀಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಬಾರಿಸಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀರಿ ಸ್ಥಾಯಿ? ಡಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕೋಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ವಿತ್ ರಾಮ್ ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು?
To me it brought about a certain sense of rigidity and dryness.
That is okay.
And
we'll remember that.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah. A bit of a
an accusatory, but also
Okay.
That's what I thought.
yes.
That is one of the things.
Yeah,
he
an
mentioned.
accusatory as well as depressed.
ನನಗೆ exactly
Okay.
ಅದೇ
So
ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು.
idರಲ್ಲಿ so I'll talk about the lyrics and let's see whether the lyrics fits, right? She says ಒಲಪು ದಚ ನೇರನೆ ಓ ಭಾವನೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಸರಿಯಾ ಮೈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ವಾರಿವೀರಿ ಅವರು ಇವರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಾನು ಹಾಗಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಏನೋ ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ಲ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪಲ್ಲವಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇವಾಗ ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಓಕೆ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ದ ಸೊ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಯ್ಯ ಪದಂ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಟ್ಯಾಂಜೆಂಟ್ ಸೊ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಯ್ಯ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವಿದೌಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಲ್ಲವಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಪಲ್ಲವಿ ಈಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ಸ್ ಯು ಲೈಕ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ರಿಡಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರವ್ರಾಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ಲ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೀ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಓ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಗಿನ್ನು ಫುಲ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ದೆನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಅನುಪಲ್ಲವಿ ಹಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಎ ಲಿಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಮೋರ್ and in the charanam 1 and charanam 2 are usually kind of like similar sentiment where he explains the situation again a little bit more and usually ಮೂರೇ charanam irutte ಕೆಲವು ಸಲ 5 irutte ಆ ಮೂರನೇ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ he will bring a twist and then situation is entirely clear ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ಸೊ ನಾನು ಅವರಿವರಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ಲ ನಂದು ಗುಣ ಅಲ್ಲ and ಅವನು ಬಂದಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚರಣ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಚರಣ ಅವನು ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾನು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹೀಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅಡಿಕೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಗಾಳಿ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ತಿನ್ನಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೂರನೇದೇ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಅವನು ಅವಳ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಈ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮೀಸೆ ಅವನು ಹೇಳ್ದಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಸೊ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ ಇಂಥದ್ದು ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸೊ ಅಂಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ accusatory ಒಂದು ನಾನು ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು she is telling something very good right accusatory sadness and then there is anger a little bit but it is contained right so varal is a perfect raga here and the tune is great so that is what I'm trying to say that everything comes together and kshetra is amazing in that Pattabhiramaya is amazing in that and I will try to play one of the songs of Pattabhiramaya the Lokadharmi is amazing so that is my point and now ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಆವಾಗ ಐ ನೋ ದ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಎ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ನಾಯಕ ರೈಟ್ ಇದು ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಸ್ವೀಯ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನಾನು ಅವನ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಯ ಪದಂ ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಟ್ either way you would do it as like not Lokadharmi but Natyadharmi because Krishna is the Lord one so and it is not very accusatory ನಾನು ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳೋದು so she is unhappy but she is not unhappy enough to just send him away so there is still some kind of bond so she still likes him and all that right so you would not just higela torsodu you won't do it you will mostly do it with Natyadharmi so and that's usually the case for Padam ivaga let's move on to Javali nanondu illi ittidini and then let me play one of the Pattabhinamaya Javali which is male oriented also ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ ಅದನ್ನ ತಾಳುಮಾರು yes so
Monday I was also reading another review where another male dancer danced that did you see that
actually I think he and I are the only ones who dance
Bengaluru
yeah he's very
What
good
his name
oh gosh he dances in a
yeah ನನಗೆ ಅವನ ಹೆಸರು ಮರ್ತೋಯ್ತು
yeah sorry he's very good dancer
yeah he's
so
very good dancer
ನಾನು ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಬಿಡುತ್ತೇನೆ ಕೇಳಿ then I'll again do the same thing I think I have it here and ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದಂಗೆ it's in ನಾಟಕುರಂಚಿ so ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ Pattabhiramaya by the way he's a Telugu guy but he was in Mysore court clerk ತರ ಆಗಿದ್ರು court ಅಲ್ಲ clerk ತರ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಮೈಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ and he wrote amazing Okay. There. Let's try to play this. So ಪಲ್ಲವಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅನುಪಲ್ಲವಿ ಏನು ತಾರು ಮಾರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಅಲ್ಲೋಲ ಕಲ್ಲೋಲ ಆರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅನ್ಶೋರ್ ರೈಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯಾ ಬಜಾರಿ he uses the word bajari in particular right that's important and I'll talk about something else in a minute ನೇರ ಮಿಂಚಗಾನೆ ಕೌಗಲಿಂಚಮಂಟೆ ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದು ನನಗೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಿಸ್ ಮೀ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನು ನೀನು ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಿ ಅಂತ ಸೊ a man is saying that to a lady so and also if you go on to listening to the chanam you know that like even with Pallavi and Anupallavi you know that this man is probably intoxicated or at least you know he's looking and she is probably a samanya naika perhaps even below that right so idralli if you do Natyadharmi of course it is not he is not of that character right it is not going to look good so you have to be sort of like bringing in Lokadharmi here and that was the point so that fits perfectly now let's look at some exceptions of Javadi where hero is heroine from heroine's point of view the next two Ondi Erarara I think have you guys heard of Erarara
Yeah, I have heard that.
Let me let me play that. ಅದರ ಮೊದಲು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ದಾನಿ ಬೋಧನ that I don't ನೀವು ಅದೇ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಿ so let me play ದಾನಿ ಬೋಧನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ let me play it and then I'll talk about the new raga choice ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ then I will talk about the lyrics yeah ಇದು this is actually this is before I play this is what Navya danced in Tanjore quarter for Snigdha but I also have I've performed this a few times I also have a couple of different music I couldn't find it and yeah let's play Surati so it goes like that so I mean when I dance it it's even faster than that that's I think that's how it should be
Lokadharmi is happening.
ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿರೋ ಬೃಹದೀಶ್ವರ. ಸೊ ಐ ರಿಯಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಗಾನಲೋಲ. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಹಾಡು ಮಾತಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಸಂಗೀತದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಗವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಲು ಅಂತ ನೀನ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟಿಮೆಂಟ್ he is trying to bring. ಗಾನಲೋಲ is put there for that. So it is obviously
ಬಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ
ಬಣ್ಣದ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅದೇ ತರ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ತರ
ಹಾಗೆ. So sarcasm, she is angry, she feels very, and in the pallavi anupallavi ಮತ್ತೆ ಚರಣಮಲ್ಲಿ she says ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀನು ಅಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ, ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. So you know that she has been with him, right? So she feels that closeness still. That's why she can be sarcastic, anger, and be like that. ಇವಾಗ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀನು ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೂ, I mean you cannot even ask first of all. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ, not this forcefully, right? So when I dance this is a very powerful Nayika. She's very sure of herself, and then she sees him in the road for me on purpose, not in her house or her house. She sees him on the road. She stops him and asks him, and I do that on purpose because I want to establish that she's so confident of asking it, even on like roadside, right? Hage. So I use, even though the hero is Brihadishwara, do you always do this to him here? Like ಇದು ಸಂಬೋಧನ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಯಾರನ್ನ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಹೀಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೀಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. This is also ಸಂಬೋಧನ you can do. It's Natyadharmi only. This is to some extent could be Natyadharmi or Lokadharmi. This is Suji, right? It depends, right? How you do it. So just because he's God, do you have to do it Natyadharmi? Not necessarily, because the circumstances and how it goes, the speed, and then all the circumstances of it demands that it also be a little bit like Natyadharmi, right? Yeah. So that's the way I do it. And then there is Era Rara. I can search it and play it too, which is Era, hey, baro illi, Rara, come. Like I am in, it's not in love. It is basically I'm in lust. Come, right? It's very amorous. A lot of these lyrics are, and the god is Vishnu, Maharajanaka, Sukumara. So talking about Vishnu. So is it just because Vishnu do we have to do Era Rara? Banni antane helbeka? Illandre come on, ba anta. Do we have to have that closeness with him, right? ಯಾರ್ಯಾರನ್ನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬಾಬಾ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವ, ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ. So Lokadharmi, Natyadharmi, you have to think about that too, and I think Lokadharmi fits better.
So is it fair to say, in addition to what you had mentioned, the Kalamandalam person saying, depending on the character I choose, it's also fair to say depending on the situation you can choose, not necessarily the character.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm trying to say, and in fact I would say that in Varnam I would have said that. So after, like in the end I was planning on coming to Varnam, there I would have said it, think about the situation, think about who you're talking to, think about what you're trying to say. You may be Samanya, you may be Uttama, there may be some circumstances where you want to particularly say. In fact, we'll talk about Mohamana. There are some words, there is ni and unne, ella ekavachana. But we'll talk about it when it comes to that. So
and also the clear description I've seen in some different styles. Of course, everybody does their own different types of dance dramas. In some dance dramas, it's very important for Rishi also to be Naramandi, to tai, because he's a Rishi.
Especially Kalakshetra.
Yes. So as Lokadharmi, the Rishi, you don't require for a Rishi to do tai.
So I don't know. I would say I would actually debate. Either way, I think we can make points, right? So just because a character is a Rishi or a Besta, does it mean that they not dance a stylized dance? Lokadharmi, Dharmi is for Abhinaya. Nrityakke Dharmi illa. That is your style. That is Bharatanatyam, right? So why are you, I'm just playing devil's advocate, because if you said, they have to sit in Naramandi, maybe I would have made the other, arguments also.
No, it's just for me to look at, for me to visualize a Rishi. I would like him to walk in a gate rather than...
That's it, no dance.
But for him to come to... But
remember, Dharmi is for Abhinaya.
Correct.
So this is So there is that question again. Do you want to bring Dharmi to something else that it wasn't supposed to, you know?
Because they can do Tatateta even in a slightly Lokadharmish fashion, by the way. So it's not necessarily that Nritya can...
I don't know, should we apply Dharmi to Nritya
Not
is my question,
necessarily,
because
not at
no
all.
one talks about it, right?
Yeah. It's mostly about
Abhinaya,
emotion.
right? Yeah. So now, I think let's move on to Varnams, and the...
By the way, do you at the end of it plan to do the Dani?
I actually would have, I should have prepared it to do Dani Bodhana. It's my favorite Javali ever. I'll try to do it. If I can find mine, I'll do it. At least the Pallavi. I have Pallavi about 10 times and I do different versions of it. So let's see if I can remember and then I can find the song. So let's move on to the Varnams. So, Padavarna, sorry? Question idea? Yes, time? 30 minutes aika? Yes, time is
40 minutes.
Okay. I did not 5 minutes. Okay. So now.
You finish in 20 minutes. I need to go.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. No, that's
so
fine.
that's why I'm also talking very fast.
No, keep on.
So in Padavarnam, I want to talk about 2 Padavarnams. And for me, the process is again the same. Look at the lyrics, look at the, all those things we talked about, like Mete, and think about what is the situation, who is she talking about, and there are people who do this, and there are people who don't do it, and then they suggest Varnam is not like Padam or Javali, which is an instance of time. But Varnam is, there are jatis in Varnam because it is not an instance of time. It is your feeling over the time, right? So that's why they say there are jatis and then it breaks and then there are so many things going on there. It is not a particular instance of time.
It's an integral function, not a differential.
That is. So some people do not apply that, but I usually like to think, like when I do Abhinaya, I like to think, okay, this particular one, what is the tone? Is she a very bold Naika, or like, she's like a little timid, or is she, what is the distance between the Lord and me, all that. So there are 2 I want to talk about. One is, everyone knows about this, Mohamana, right? This is probably the Parakashtate of Shringara Bhakti, right? So I will play a little bit from a DVD. So, 1 minute. By the way. So, enjoy this. So that's Pallavi. I didn't prepare very well, so I will skip to the next level and then play a second part of Pallavi. Second line of Pallavi. Now it is Ani Pallavi. That I may have skipped first line of Pallavi. So when you listen to this, there is, what do you guys feel? Just a mete, and I'll talk about lyrics. What do you guys feel? Like it's Bhairavi, obviously slow. What do you feel?
For me, Bhairavi feels more devotion. For me,
Pleading.
Okay, pleading makes total sense.
Convincing, trying to.
Yeah, there is so, also I feel there is so, it is a Ganaraga, right? There's so much weight in what she says, right? Yeah. So the words are Mohamana in middle, in the Velayil, Modi Sayyid, Lagamo, I think. And Boga Tyage, that's the first line, I can find it. So basically she is saying, at this time, when my heart is in bloom, I'm in love with you. Is it okay for you to just, just to say no to me, or just ignore me, right? Almost all old varnams are like that. But, and in this, ni, in the way, like you, she uses ekavachana, right? And then in the Muktaiswara Sahitya, she says unne again, you, right? Ekavachana, right? So the words are there, but everything else say, and then if you look at the lyrics very carefully, she never brings amorous, this is, by the way, Tanjore Court, right? And they use a lot of amorous words, like literally, like, they use come embrace me, and they talk about breasts and all those things. In this, none of that, right? So that's why they say this is the best of Madhura Bhakti or Shankara Bhakti, right? So in that circumstance, and also it feels like, and if you look at the lyrics, I have the lyrics somewhere, if you want me to read it. Also, in all these, I feel like there is a little distance, and I feel like she hasn't been with him before,
Or is she trying to maintain that distance?
I don't know. I think she wants to be with him, but maybe not in the conventional, oh, come here, I want to embrace you, that way. This is more like, you are my God, right? So I think Lokadharmi here, I have never seen anyone do it. So what I did was I went back and then looked at what Bala Saraswati did. And then everything is Natyadharmi. There is nothing there is Suchi for Unne, but very fast. She danced this very fast, unlike the rest of us, right? We do it very slowly, and there is nothing else. And if you look at her Krishnani Nibegane Baro, there is like a lot of Natyadharmi also. It's kind of like, like very closeness, right? Speaking of that, I'm going to take a tangent.
Does she have Sanchari where she uses Lokadharmi?
Well, actually, they didn't do, Sanchari is a good question. They didn't do, traditionally, they didn't do Sanchari the way do Sanchari. We do Sanchari today. They did not tell long stories. Your Sancharis, if you told a story, that was done in one line. And then they moved on. It was, supposedly, it is Shringaram, right? So they didn't do long, like 7-hour-tanam, 8-hour-tanam long sancharis at all.
I think Tanjore style, they pretty much sancharis.
It is, I think it was how Bharatanatyam was.
Yes,
like
there was no scope of not a lot of sanchari.
Actually, not the way we look at it.
Correct,
There is
not
still
the way,
a lot of scope.
Alla, Bala Saraswati style, there wouldn't be any story. It would be like on the go. Al nadita irodu.
Yeah, so we can look at Bala Saraswati, we can look at what Kittappa Pillai sir taught. We can see, actually we have videos of U.S. Krishna Rao Chandra Devi dancing. We all have, so basically we know what Meenakshi Sundaram Pillai taught also, right? A lot of the Varnams, there are no bhakti stories at all. It's all like, there are a lot of sancharis, but they are different ideas, right? And
Most is repetition.
no, actually there are ideas, lot of ideas. Like if you see Bala Saraswati's grandson doing
No,
it
but the
today.
repetition of the Sahitya, two different ideas of depiction.
Yeah, so
That's what I mean.
she could, they could say, oh, Samudramanta story, but it's done in like 1 hour, done really quick, and they connect it to Shringara, done beautifully. I really love that style too.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are going on a tangent. So this one, even though my point is, even though the word ni and ne is there, I would do it more Natyadharmi.
So just to say one additional point there, Ekavachana doesn't mean anything because Sanskritadalli there is no Bahuvachana. Okay, it's always in Ekavachana only.
Right.
Aryaputra, that's how husband is addressed. But Aryaputra ba anta irti hortu banni ivella idella only in South Indian languages.
Right.
Sanskritadalli illa.
Yeah, but this lyrics is in Telugu or Tamil or right?
Oh, by the way, the Aryaputra thing, did anybody read it also? Aryaputra annado, it's not always Aryaputra. A young wife will address her husband as Aryaputra. As you grow older, older wife will say Arya. ಪುತ್ರ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ.
Even more casual.
ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪುತ್ರ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪುತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು.
ಹಂಗೂ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೋದು.
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, this is
Then
my,
it gets split.
I'll play this one. By the way, I'm going to go on a tangent real quick, talking about old masters, right? Venkatalakshmamma irbodu, then Bala Saraswati irbodu. If you look at the way they did abhinaya, they like Venkatalakshmamma came, sat or stood, did Sundari, one line, first line, went into the abhinaya, and Bala Saraswati stood, and then one line went into the abhinaya. No setting the stage like we are doing, or all those things, right? So just want to mention that. I think we can talk about that more, why and all that, but just wanted to mention it. So now we talked about the Madhura Bhakti's best example. I want to talk about the Shringara's best example, right? So which is Danike, right? Like you can go to any dancer of Meridani, if you ask, hey, what is the best Varnam for just Shringaram, they will say Danike, right? Which is again Tanjal Quatrain. On Shivaji, let me play that a little bit. This is not mine, so copyrighted, but so there is that slow, deliberate, is there. And then let me go to the second half of Pallavi. Todi.
That also has a choice of the raga ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. It's almost impossible to make Todi a lightweight raga. Impossible. Okay, you can make some Sindhu Bhairavi,
Yeah.
but if you're singing Todi, it has to be that majestic and majestic, heavy,
Yeah.
and with lot of frills, but still having that that form,
Yeah.
full form.
So previous one now when we talked about it was Bhairavi, which is also it's not
exactly,
very
yeah.
same, right?
Yeah, the same.
So here again it is persuasive. The Saki goes to Shivaji and then says, Danike, that lady, my friend, wants to be with you, so please go. And then she, please come with me. And she explains what he should do with her in very amorous terms and all that. So that's why it is Shringara's best example, right? So I think just the Pallavi itself, like when you hear it, is kind of like, okay, you know what this is second line. Daya inchu Ivela. Yeah, so time in this time, Bunny, please Daya ತೋರಿಸಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಶಿವನನ್ನ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಪೂಜಿಸೋ ಇರುವಂತ ಶಿವಾಜಿ, you should listen to me or something like that, she says. We can go to also.
Which Shivaji is it?
Shivaji is the Maratha king Shivaji, not our Shivaji.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏಕೋಜಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಇದ್ರಾ?
Yes.
ತುಳಜಾಜಿ ಅವ್ರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಲಿ.
Yes, yeah, he ascended in 1831 or 32. Maratha king of Tanjore. Yeah.
He's not the Shivaji.
Yeah, he's not the Jijabai.
Maharaj.
Yeah. So illi again, one is Saki asking him to go to her friend. Second is he is the king, and third is the choice of raga. And then even though she's saying what he should do him, what are the things he should be doing with her friend, again Lokadharmi doesn't suit. There is some closeness to be able to say you should go to her, right? At the same time, there is a little distance, right? So balancing it out is important, but maybe not with Lokadharmi, right? So again,
Maybe only with the facial abhinaya. You can modulate the intensity of what you want to convey. Right?
yeah, but also like you have to use gestures,
Yeah.
and if you're using gestures here, I don't think Lokadharmi fits is what I'm trying to say. So those two are my examples. I would have liked to play one more darbar if there is time,
Please.
which is an exception, which is a Tanavarnam, by the way. I don't think you.
Chalamedaana. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಚಲಮೇಲ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಣ್ಣ
ನೋಡೋಣ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ಓಕೆ 1 minute give me 1 second I think I'm going over time too much ದಾರಿ okay
And you have to show the drum.
Okay. I have practiced music I think ದಾರಿ ತಿಳಿಯಕ ಇದು ದರ್ಬಾರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಸೊ ರಾಮಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಸರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ when I say ದರ್ಬಾರ್ what do you think of it when I say darbar what comes to your mind
Darbar has a very very forcefulness
okay
it has forcefulness
okay
ಆಯ್ತಾ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಶೃಂಗಾರ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ
ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಹಾಡುಗಳು ದರ್ಬಾರಲ್ಲಿ
ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಫುಲ್ ರೀಟ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಆ ಥರದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವರದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಥರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಥರ ಬಳಸ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಟು ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಎ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್
name also right suggested majestic
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು ದರ್ಬಾರಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಇದು ದರ್ಬಾರ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಸೊ ರೀಟ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೋದು
okay so Patnam wrote a Tanavarnam it has Muktai Swara Sahitya Charanam Swara Sahitya ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ನೋಡೋಣ I think I don't know how the quality is
but Dharmari
Kannada
Darbar is the Darbar is more forceful.
Because Dharmari is more that's what I was saying.
Darbari Kannada Shringara almost.
sorry guys
That's what I was thinking, like order, like king order something. Like Shringarakku upyogistarru.
Depends on how forceful
Darbari Kannada mix ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಶೃಂಗಾರ ಹಾಕಬಹುದು ಶೃಂಗಾರ ಯಾವುದು ಶೃಂಗಾರ ಲೀಲೆಗಳು
okay so I'll try to sing సో దారి తెలియక వచ్చిన వేమో
ದಾರಿ ತಿಳಿದೇ ಹೋಯ್ತೇನೋ
ದಾರಿ
ತಿಳಿದೇ ಬಂದೇನೋ ದಾರಿ ತಿಳಿದೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದೇನೋ
వేరే కారణమే యున్నడి శ్రీ దాని మాయలో చిక్కిన నీవు దాని మాయలో ಆ ಹೆಂಗಸಿನ ಮಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರೋ ನೀವು ದಾರಿ ತಿಳಿಯದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿಯಾ ಬೇರೆ ಕಾರಣವೇ ಯುನ್ನಡಿ ಶ್ರೀ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ವರ ಚಾಲ ಮೇಳಾಯ ಏನು ಬೇರೆ ಕಾರಣ ಏನಿರ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯಾಸಮ್ ಬೇರೆ ಕಾರಣ ಏನಿರ್ಬೋದು ನೀನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರಕ್ಕೆ ದಾರಿ ತಿಳಿಯದೆ ಬಂದಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಲೈಕ್ ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ದ ಮೇಟ್ you cannot be angry. It is not an angry raga, right? You don't say angry things with it. Like you said, you are reiterating something. You know you're being sarcastic through lyrics, and that it is still majestic. She has in the last charanam, you come to know that she has warned him of that other lady that she will do this.
Maybe boisterous.
Oh,
rather than anger. Like I mean, she's taking that.
She
bold,
is
confident.
The way I look at it, she's very clever. She likes him. She likes that he came to her house after all this time.
But she still wants to
But she
point
still
it out.
wants to point it
that's
out.
right, she's
I told you so. I told you so. This was going on.
She wants to
Yeah.
point it out that you didn't come before.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
ನೀನು ನಾನು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಿದ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ.
ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ
So,
ಅಂತ. Yeah.
so this
So
one.
her strength ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
Yeah. This one sounds like a Javadi. Right? This sounds like a Javadi. It sounds like ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀನು ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. If it were like in a Javadi-esque raga, we would do Lokadharmi. But here, what would you do, right?
Natya.
And Avanu Venkateshwara, she obviously is close to him or was once close to him. She still feels she can say that to him and he's not going to go anywhere, right? Okay, she has the confidence. That's why she's able to say that.
That
Right?
is the confidence.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. I think
because
ಒಂದು ಎರಡು ಲೈನ್ ಓದ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಅಲಸಿಲು ಕಲ ಕೊಲಿಕಿ ಕುಲುಕಲಾಡಿ ಬಿಲುಕ ಮೋಡಿ ಗಲಕಯಾಲಿ ಗಲಕುಂಟ ಜೋಲಿ ಗಲದಿ ನೀಕು ಸರಿಯನ್ನ ಜತಿ ಜೇರಿ ನಡಿಗ.
ಇದೇ ಅನುಪ್ರಾಸ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅನುಪ್ರಾಸ.
ಅವಳು ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಕುಲ್ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ಲು, ಹೀಗೆ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ಲು. ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀನು ನೋಡಿ ಅವಳು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಜೋಡಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮನಸ್ಸು ಕರಗು ನತುಲ ಕುಲುಚು ಪಲಿಕಿ ಚೆಕ್ಕಿಲಿ ಗಿನ್ನಪೇಟಿ ನಿಂದು ಮನಸ್ಸೆಲ್ಲ ಕರಗಿ ನೀನೂ ಅಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ನೇನರು ಕಲಗಲಂಚ ಒಲಪು ಪೈಗಳ ದಾನಿ ವಿಡಿಚೆ ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ನೀನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಿನ್ನ ದುಡ್ಡು ವಸೂಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಚೆ ಹೋಗುಂತಂದ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೈಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಬಟ್ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಶಿ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ if this were a Javali with the same words, we would totally do Natyadharmi, right? But I'm sorry, Lokadharmi, right? But in this raga, for Varnam, in this speed, like so speed, would you think Lokadharmi is proper? I wouldn't. In fact, I did this, and I did it in Natyadharmi because you know that she's trying to prove something and stay at a level, still getting the message across, right? So that's why I'm bringing, and I want to read one last charanam. What I read was Muktaiswara Sahitya, and let me read the last charanam. Ilati chelimi jevutaku manasettu kalikera ನಿರಾಪರಾಧಯುಗು ನಾನು ನಿರಾಕరించి ಆ ಹೆಂಗಸು ಹಾಗೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಿನ್ಗೆ, ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಏನು ನಿರಪರಾಧಿ ತರ ಇರೋ ನನ್ಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೀನು ಹೋಗಿ ಕಿನುತೋ ನನ್ನ ನನ್ನ ದೂರ ಮಾಡಿದೀಯಾ. ನೀಕು ನೇರತನಮ ಇದು ಸರಿಯ, ದೊರೆತನಮ ಇದು ದೊಡ್ಡತನನ, ಶಲಿನಿಕ ಮಾತ ಮಾಡೆಲಪುಮು ನೀ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ಕಲ ಮರ್ಮಮುಲನು తెలుసుಕೊಂಡಿ. ನಿಂದು ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ಒಳಗಿರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ನಂಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿ ಮಾರಿ ಕಡಲು ವಿಂಟಿ ಸರಿಯನಿ ಯೊಂಟಿ ನಾಚತ. ನಾನು ಇರ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡು ಅಂತ ನಾನಿದ್ದೆ, ನನ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡು ಅವ್ನು ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ
making sure you don't leave me. See how good I am.
she knows he's not going to go away because he has come to her.
Because ಎಲ್ಲ ದುಡ್ಡೆಲ್ಲ
ದುಡ್ಡೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿದೆ, ಅವ್ರು ತಗೊಂಡು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ತಗೊಂಡಾಗಿದೆ. The point here is again the same thing I said. If this were a Javali, we would totally do it in Natyadharmi, but for this but for this Varnam, this Raga, this Metu, that I feel like okay, this is more like Natyadharmi. This is my personal feeling, right? Someone else may feel different.
So is that the reason it's been classified like ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? ವರ್ಣ ನಾಟ್ಯಧರ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಜಾವಳಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೋಕಧರ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಮೇಟ್ ಪೇಸ್ ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ you can sort of put it that way. ಈಗ ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ತ್ಯಾಗರಾಜದ್ದು ಎಂತ ಬೇಡುಕೊಂದು ರಾಗ ಅದೇ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನೇನೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳೋ ಪೇಸ್ಗೂ ನೀವೊಂದು ಎಂದರೋ ಮಹಾನುಭಾವರು ಅಥವಾ ಜಗದಾನಂದ ಕಾರ್ಕ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಎರಡು ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೈಸಿಂಗ್ ರಾಮ. ಆದರೆ ಅದರ ಲೈಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಇದ್ರ ಹೆವಿನೆಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಯು ಮೇ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಓಕೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಫಾರ್ Natyadharmi. I think that is what it is.
But the general perception is true. When you're presenting a Varnam,
You're expecting
to show Natyadharmi because you're expecting to show the progress of the dancer and everything that defines
Varna
that
itself
art
is
form.
a very Varna and Takshna, it's a richness.
Core
It's a
essence
core
of the art
essence,
form.
right? So you're expected to do it in Natyadharmi.
Yeah. But then again, right, we glossed over the Sanchari, but if there should be any part of Sanchari there, sometimes you can cross artistic license within bounds.
I mean, I think I again feel that the lyrics, the music, everything is coming together, and it's very like fits one story, right? So what we do should also fit that, and then not
Right,
be
yeah. But
whatever
that's
that is,
sometimes
Lokadharmi,
when
Natya, whatever
it is
that is,
a-
fit
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I would say. So with that, I
You're
conclude.
gonna
I don't think I